Hi everyone, I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
It does exist. We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on Twitter X. The Princess of Wales went to an army base yesterday in Norfolk, and she just looked wonderful. She was appointed Colonel-in-Chief of the regiment by King Charles, of course, back in August. So we all remember that. I love how she, what did they call it? They called it a 7-tone armored vehicle. So that's what she rode in. She is greeting some of the army soldiers. And here she is just touring the facility. So well done, Princess Catherine.
Another win.
Another win.
Another triumph.
And this afternoon, the king went to a synagogue to commemorate the 85th anniversary of Kristallnacht.
Nice.
So he is doing his part as well. And no, he's not doing this for the first time visiting this synagogue. He is not commemorating Kristallnacht for the first time. He is actually doing this because he enjoys doing this for his country. He did it when he was the Prince of Wales. Just wanted to get that out there. I promised I wouldn't get upset while I was talking about the king, the queen, and the prince and princess of Wales. But I'm about to get really upset.
You sound defensive.
I'm not getting defensive. And of course, the queen was out and about. She went to the 95th Field of Remembrance and greeted veterans. And of course, this is very near and dear to her heart because her father was a veteran and fought in the war. She's got her poppy. I think she looks really good in that hat.
She's regal.
So, of course, the British wear the poppies this time of year because it's going to be Remembrance Sunday. And I just wanted to read a little of what the poppies mean to the British people. The poppy is an enduring symbol of remembrance of the First World War. Poppies were a common sight, especially on the Western Front. They flourished the soil churned up by the fighting and shelling. The flower provided Canadian doctor John McCrae with inspiration for his poem In Flanders Field. And I think everyone should look it up and read the poem because it really is pretty. So the poppies also commemorate the bloodshed on the battlefield as well. So it's very important for the British people in the Commonwealth this time of year to wear their poppies. It's not something that we should, I don't know, exploit.
No.
And I'm an American.
It's not even exploit it.
It's not even for me. So Harry and Meghan just can't help themselves. And it just kept getting worse and worse yesterday. First, they put this crap up on their Archwell website. They go to Camp Pendleton to uplift military families. They can't even uplift their own families, but yet they're going to go do it for military families. First of all, Meghan doesn't give a crap about the military, okay? Second of all, this is America. This isn't Veterans Day. Nothing's going on this week. Now, should we uplift military families and veterans all year round? Of course.
And this picture infuriates me. And I'll tell you why. She did not have to be sitting arm in arm with Harry at something like this. Mm-hmm. Okay? She did that for the photo op.
Yeah.
She could have been sitting next to someone else. She could have been sitting across the table.
Yeah.
But no. She has to do her perfect little cheat into his embrace.
It's so
like
embarrassing.
This. It looks like she wants to scoot her chair to the head of the table.
Well, don't worry. She does plenty of that.
No, I'm just saying, this infuriates me. Why can't she just interact with other people? If Prince William and Princess Catherine went to an event like this, don't you think they'd sit on opposite ends?
But let's not talking. I think we need to just stop comparing them to Prince William and Princess Catherine. The reason why I don't want to compare them anymore is because they're so far down in like swampland.
Rank.
They're not ranked. They're not even, okay, they're not royals. I don't know why he's wearing that damn poppy. He has no right to wear it.
Well, he is British, though.
He's British, but you know what? You didn't give a crap about the British people when you were calling them racist.
Yep.
And that they ran your wife out of the country. I mean, look at this.
Photo op.
It was all scripted, choreographed. There was just like, it was all just Meghan and Harry are doing this photo op at Camp Pendleton. Look at us. Look at my perfect hair.
No, they got the side of her hair where the face shows, not the side where the bangs come down. I mean, it was.
So I thought this was bad. I'm like,
bravo,
okay.
WME.
Yeah. I mean, I saw WME behind this because people are like, why does the military place have them? Well, we're going to get to that, guys. And why we've talked about this ad nauseum on this page about pay to plays, but we're going to get to that. This one was the one that infuriated me the most. First of all, she's got a sweater. I can't remember who made this. Is it Carolina Herrera? This is a designer sweater that comes with the poppies on it. Okay, guys. Why she had to have like 5 poppies on her damn sweater is so annoying. This picture I put up on Twitter, I thought it looked like she was teaching Harry how to read. It also looks like she's trying to teach Harry how to color within the lines.
It looks like she's trying to show Harry Candy Crush so he gets distracted in a corner while she gets all the attention.
Maybe that too. That looks
That's
like
what
it
I
too.
think. You know, when you give like a kid an iPad, like here's Candy Crush, play this, and they don't know what they're doing. Like,
this is the most embarrassing picture I've seen of them yet.
It's uncomfortable.
Awful. It's uncomfortable. And they obviously had to make it black and white because look at his hair. There's not enough Photoshop filters in the world
I know.
to make that normal. And the only reason we talk about his hair is because he started it. He started it. I would have never brought up his hair. My ex-husband was bald.
Okay.
My ex-husband was bald. I'm not against any of that. Here's what they put on their stupid Archwell because they don't have Instagram pages and they want everyone to know what they're doing. Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, spent the morning with veteran and active duty service members and their loved ones at Camp Pendleton in San Diego. To date, the program has served more than 3,000 Navy and Marine Corps children and has expanded to over 30 affiliates across the country.
And that's amazing.
That's great. Part of their visit included time spent with Operation Biggs, a first-of-its-kind mentoring program for children of military families, including active duty, veteran, and Gold Star families. Mentors and mentees shared how mentorship is supporting their goals and ambition, as well as the benefits of the community they have built through Operation Biggs. Founded in 2004, the program connects young people and families to mentors who can relate to shared experiences, challenges faced by having a parent or parents in military when they are on deployment and after they've returned. This whole thing was also a play on the mental health aspect that they like to talk about. And they even brought that up too. Sussex Squad on Instagram the whole time was like, aren't they great? They just keep doing mental health and all this stuff. No, they're not. They're using American military families to get attention right now. And WME is the one that's making it happen for them.
That's her agency.
That's her
William
agency.
Morris Entertainment.
How about the time when they stomped on veterans' graves to get this photo op? Was that okay? Who does that? Who does that during COVID? That cemetery was closed. Families couldn't even go there and lay flowers during that time. And what do? They get to walk and stomp on graves just to get that photo op.
And the picture of her is so ridiculous because she looks like she's honing in on someone that she knows. Do you notice that? She's almost like, oh, look, there's Gary.
Yeah.
There's Dave.
Yeah, I mean, this is disgusting. Let's all remember that. And look at her. She's comforting Harry.
I can't deal with it.
He's wearing his medals. This is when they first moved to California, guys. This was during the pandemic, if you don't remember.
So we were all still confused.
Yeah, but I remember looking at this and going, I cannot believe they got a photographer out there to do this and make a graveyard a photo shoot. This is absolutely disgusting.
This was definitely the beginning of the end.
And you think they would have taken a hint by then? But no, they have to have Harry then go to Pearl Harbor and have the sailors salute him for some reason. He's not American. So what do? His pay to play, whoever was Sunshine Sacks back then. This was Sunshine Sacks back then.
And Netflix.
And what do? They give a little money to the Pearl Harbor Foundation and they get that shot. we got that shot with Harry and the sailors. We got to make sure he's got his poppy on and he's still doing stuff. Nobody gives a shit, Harry. Go F yourself. Then let's not forget when they went to the World Trade Center and they laid that wreath.
We definitely knew.
They laid that wreath for the first responders. Here she is dressed like Lex Luthor. And we don't even know why she's dressed like that. She's trying to be like this was back when she was just still trying to be like a mogul. She was still trying to be like a Hollywood mogul producer, Oprah Winfrey type.
This was before the Netflix, obviously. So she thought she was like Tyler Perry.
Now,
it was a balmy 82-degree day.
It was and when it's 82 degrees in New York, it's hot, it's humid, it's disgusting. You literally like sweat. I was there in October and it was a little humid and I didn't get to wear my jacket once. I bought this beautiful brown fall jacket and I did wear it once.
On the set of Sex and the City you saw.
I had my blazer on, my black blazer. Oh. Yeah, I couldn't wear it because that's how hot it was.
Wow.
Yeah. And so like this,
but you weren't wearing a mic.
This isn't
but
this is in August. Who does that? Who dresses like that in August? Anyways, this is them hanging a fake wreath, caring about first responders. So this is totally in their wheelhouse. Meghan and Harry know how to do this. They don't care. Sunshine Stacks dropped them because this is so embarrassing. Worst part of that trip was when they went to that aircraft carrier.
Yep.
And they did that plated dinner and I don't even know what that was. She was dressed completely inappropriate.
So inappropriate.
And all it was for those military people to like get pictures. And that's all it was. They were just taking selfies the whole time. They were told, you be there and you'll be able to get your red carpet walk or whatever. And you can go in, but the rest of the time you're going to be taking pictures with people.
It's like
the deal.
It's like Disneyland with Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah.
They have to wait there. And then the people come up and they get to take the pictures. They're a joke. They're cartoons.
I mean, it's disgusting. So I just wanted to give you a little background on why WME does this kind of stuff and how easy it is to take advantage of systems like the Navy SEALs, like the prison system, like prison reform.
You mean people that need money?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Kim Kardashian knew she was getting a divorce long before we did, obviously. She knew she was going to kick Kanye to the curb, but she needed something that she could do on her own that made her look like Saint Kim, okay? So she decided to turn her work into the criminal justice reform.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
She also wanted to be a lawyer, which she failed at spectacularly. She couldn't even pass the baby bar, even though she had tutors. She had like so much help.
It was during COVID, so it's not like she had distractions.
Yeah, it was so ridiculous. Anyways, that's another show. But Kim Kardashian wanted to be known as this woman who was going around lobbying to get innocent people out of prison. That was her thing. But of course, people saw through it right away. They were like, dude, you're going to try to do this and make a reality show out of it. And that's what she did. She did it very well. Kim made a documentary of prison reform. And guess which network it was on? Can you take a guess what network it was on? Oxygen. Who owns Oxygen? Oprah.
What?
Yeah. So Kim makes a documentary out of this prison reform. She centers herself. And by centering herself, she then takes away from all the hard work that other people have been doing for years. Because yes, we do need prison reform. The prisons are a nightmare. But was Kim doing it out of the goodness of her heart? Hell no. Kim Kardashian criticized for centering herself with prison reform podcasts. Her manager, WME, just said, hey, we should give Kim a podcast too. That's a good idea. But guess what? It didn't last very long.
I remember the big billboard on Sunset. Remember that? I'm like, what?
Oh my God. It kept getting weirder and weirder. So she decides to tie herself to Van Jones, because Van Jones has a charity that he started called Dream Corps, and under the umbrella of Dream Corps was another charity called Cut 50. Cut 50 had a lot of donors, and they were trying to do prison reform too. But Kim needed a backer. She needed somebody with street cred, so she thought Van Jones would be a good idea. A guy who got fired from the Obama administration for being a 9/11 truther. That's who she could hitch her star to. So she did. And Cut 50, little background on Cut 50. Cut 50 has very left-leaning criminal justice policies, which is fine. You can lean left, right, middle. I don't care if it helps prisoners and it actually is doing good. I have no problem with that. But I have a feeling there's some shady people behind this. What do you think, Steph?
I don't know. It's like a
Cut 50 receives donations from names major foundations, including the Left Wing Open Society Foundations. Wait a second. We've done stuff like that on this show before.
George Soros.
George Soros is behind Cut 50.
What are the odds?
What are the odds? So Van got her in with Donald Trump, and she was his best friends. But a lot of people didn't know this, that the Kardashians have been friends with Trump for years. They know him.
Ivanka's like her sister.
She
used to call him Uncle Donald.
Yes. Here she is. I know, it's so ridiculous. This is what Meghan wants, though. This is what she wants.
Oh, no.
She wants to do it. She wants Kim's connection.
I remember
so bad.
when it happened, and it was like, oh, I couldn't even watch it. I was squirming
so
in the corner of my room.
So Trump pardons Alice Johnson, who was responsible for so many deaths and so much misery.
That stuff's not funny.
It is so not funny. If you look at what Alice Johnson did, but because she's a little old grandma now in prison.
Yeah, let's be honest. And because she was black.
Donald and Kim and Van needed to get her
women,
out.
Yeah.
So he pardons Alice Johnson, and that's when Alice Johnson immediately does an ad for Skims. And I put the link of the actual ad, guys, on another video, but I'll do it again. You gotta watch the whole thing.
And it's
the most embarrassing ad you will ever see in your life. That's why I think Meghan is headed down that Skims road. Here's Kim sitting in the audience with her good friend Jared and Ivanka. And again, Kanye spilled the beans and said that Jared and Ivanka own a large chunk of Skims and a large chunk of KKW Beauty. So it's all making sense.
It's all in the family.
So why
do
I bring up Kim Kardashian? Why do I bring up any of that? Because Meghan signed with Kim Kardashian's manager, WME. And who's the owner of WME, Steph?
I believe it's Ari Emanuel.
So that's who Meghan is hooked up with. So last night, this comes up. Duke and Duchess of Sussex at opening of San Diego Navy SEALs facility.
And I love how they're mincing up words like facility, as though it's an actual facility instead of a charity.
Yeah.
Like, people are going to think, wow, they got invited to a Navy SEALs facility? Is that like government?
Did the
owned?
Navy SEAls
Did they invite them?
that?
This is big, guys.
Yeah.
That's a Navy SEAls.
It's almost as big as Kim Kardashian doing prison reform.
Oh, it's not, though.
So we're going to play the local San Diego news thing that came up first, and then we'll play the other stuff. This is so cringe, guys. Just warning, this is from now on, the video is going to all be cringe. I want to give people a warning on that.
Prince Harry and Meghan are in San Diego tonight for the opening of a new Navy SEAL Foundation training facility. Good evening, I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex joined veterans and active duty service members just moments ago for the ribbon cutting ceremony this evening. CBS 8's Rocio De La Fe is live downtown tonight with more. Rocio.
Yeah, the Duke and Duchess welcomed in this brand new state.
She looks
I
thrilled.
love how she started that. Yeah, the Duke and Duchess. I mean, like, she is on a word prompt coming out of her vocal box.
I think that deserves another play.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Duke and Duchess
Yeah.
welcomed in this brand new state-of-the-art training facility here in the heart of San Diego, right next to Petco Park, that aims to help veterans, active duty service members, and their families transition to daily life from combat. Now, tonight they will be joined by 250 naval special warfare personnel and their families. The Revolutionary Warrior Fitness Program West Coast facility will provide critical treatment to Navy SEAL warriors and veterans and provide the chance to heal them physically and mentally.
Now she's reading from something, and Meghan's mole had a very good theory on Twitter, and I'm tending to agree with it now.
How did Harry and Meghan get to their event in San Diego? What if I told you Harry and Meghan took an 8-minute private flight from Santa Barbara Airport to San Diego instead of driving a couple hours to the event, which they were last-minute additions?
This is very telling by her reading, because usually you get a lot of time, and we had somebody cover a vegan event once at a restaurant, and he had plenty of time to go on the website, read about it, because we've done charity things before, and that's usually what happens. I've never seen somebody read from their phone something so I think Meghan's mole might be right, allegedly.
Now, the facility features fitness and workout resources, rehab technology, and advanced biometric tracking systems. The new space sits on a 19,000 square foot gym right here in downtown San Diego. Now, Prince Harry has supported various U.S. veteran foundations during his time here in California. In June, the Duke was at the Department of Defense's annual Warrior Games at Naval Station North Island. And of course, we're going to have much more later on tonight about this new facility, and as well hear from a former SEAL about how this facility aims to help the men and women here in San Diego. Back to you.
Oh, that reporter, who I'm going to look her up and follow her on Twitter.
I got to be honest, that reporter is giving us like annoyance vibes.
Yeah.
Big time.
And I like it.
I like it a lot. I'm totally here for it.
But again, it's that word salad that they're using. Whoever is feeding that information to that reporter, that word salad, which is WME, obviously.
Yeah.
Saying it's a facility, it's a new gym. There's 250 people attending this.
Yeah.
People in their minds, simpletons, as I like to call them, aka the Sussex Squad, are going to think, wow, 250 people at this event? That's a big deal. And there's like a ribbon cutting. And I'll tell you how I know Meghan and Harry were last minute additions. Because if they were invited by this charity, she would have been the one cutting the ribbon. It would not have been someone else. If nobody was there and it was a private event that was opening this gym facility, which I think is great. But if it was a private event, Meghan and Harry would not be there.
No.
Because there's private events all the time that have big cash donors put in the money beforehand. This was a spectacle.
The ribbon ceremony, they didn't even have to go out because they didn't cut the ribbon. It's very odd. Here's a better quality video that I wanted us to look at too, of the guy talking. Guys, look at Harry's face the whole time. It speaks volumes. So
she looks like she's at a pageant. She's walking on stage.
I mean, he just looks so uncomfortable.
He's miserable.
He looks miserable. I mean, I guess I would be too. This is embarrassing. He won't make.
Do you see what she's doing?
Yeah.
She's pulling him forward when he's having a conversation with the head dude from the Navy SEALs
Foundation.
She was trying to break up that conversation.
I know. Stephanie, this is bad.
Why is she standing in front of him?
She's standing in front of a veteran. She's standing right next to the guy who's talking because she wants to be in the shot. We're not making this up. We're not faking this. This is insane that she is standing in front of her husband and standing that close to the guy who's talking and taking credit. The guy thanks them, but he's really in his head thanking Harry. And
No, he's not.
In
his head, he's thanking the money that WME gave
I understand
them.
that, but
he doesn't give a crap about Harry either.
I understand that, but
that's my opinion. I can say that.
It's a good opinion. But I'm just saying that she's sort of like taking credit for it. Harry didn't even crack a smile. At least in Kevin Costner's thing, he didn't want to be there, but he cracked a smile. So
I got alcohol around.
I got one more video, guys, and we're going to hear
That makes
her.
me so, I can't believe she stood right in front of him.
This, I want to hear her do that fake, Okay, guys, so just listen for that.
You guys notice that right there? Sorry, Nancy, to pause that. But he looks over at the woman with the scissors. She says something obviously amusing. He has to laugh at that. But the minute he turns his head back to Meghan, stone cold.
Stone face.
That is wow. That's pretty telling. Look at this.
Thank you all for joining us this evening as we celebrate the grand opening of the Warrior.
We're not making that up.
Guys, we're not making this up.
Stone cold.
That's bad.
This program facility. It's a custom-built facility with a hand-picked staff.
I was screaming. You could probably hear me in Toledo, Ohio. I was screaming
I
so
knew
loud.
you were about to say Toledo.
Why?
I don't know. In my head, I go, she's about to say Toledo.
It's a fun
It's
word.
a twin thing.
Just Harry's face the whole time. He did not crack a smile once when he was looking at her. I mean, this is disgusting. Wearing the poppy too is another level of disgust for me.
Well, you're basically saying, listen, she didn't go to the coronation because she's afraid of the UK. They're just so racist. But by wearing the poppy, what she's doing right now is giving the middle finger to the UK.
Yeah.
She's like, look what I can do. I can do whatever I want. I didn't sign an NDA. But Nancy, you did confirm that this was a charity, right?
I'm about to talk about it
Okay.
right now.
I just want to make sure.
Okay, this is a 501c charity. It's called Navy SEAL Foundation. There is nothing wrong with this charity. Don't go after this charity because they do a lot of good. But what I was trying to say, that's why I brought up Kim in the first place. The people trying to get these prisoners out of prison are good people. Prison reform advocates are good people. The problem is money talks and BS walks. And places like WME and Ari Emanuel have been doing this for their clients for years. Okay, guys, every time you see a celebrity at a charity, it's usually because they need PR for something. It's just a reality.
It's money.
I put on Twitter, guys, it's how the game is played. And Ari is going full steam ahead. He's trying to get everything out of this woman before he is done with her. He did it with the Kardashians.
He's not going to get any. He's squeezing a turnip right now.
The Navy SEAL Foundation is just another foundation, just like the Royal Foundation. And again, it does a lot of good. They have huge partners and sponsors like Killcliff and Swiss Made and Atlas and Legacy Group. You know, those are the people that give them their money. Meghan and Harry and Archewell had nothing to do with this facility.
No.
It had nothing, allegedly. They had nothing to do with giving these people money, allegedly.
No.
They had nothing to do with this. This was something that Ari was like, we need to get Meghan and Harry seen at a military thing because it's Remembrance Week and they need to upstage their family. I mean, that's just the reality of it. And just look at Harry. He knows what he's doing is wrong right now. He does. He knows exactly what he's doing.
He's showing a bit of empathy for the, you know what I mean? Like, sort of like, I'm totally effing up right now.
And what I want to know is, why is he wearing a normal poppy, like a normal person, and she's got a special poppy? She doesn't give a crap about veterans.
Nope.
She doesn't.
No.
Look at that smug little, the cat that ate the canary grin. I mean, guys, we can't fake this. We're not making this up. And this was the one that got me. This is all over Sussex Squad. Look at how they're hugging her.
What are they thanking her for? The facility?
Well,
I
think
guys, we got a gym for the Navy SEALs.
I mean, obviously she was probably, if I had to guess, starstruck, and she wanted her picture with Meghan Markle. And Meghan gives hugs.
I think they were told to, again, I'm going to say this, 250 people in the room, all with cell phones. Guys, take the pic and share and tag. And that's exactly what's going on here. Okay. They're tagging, sharing. They're trying to flood the internet with this BS and no one's falling for it. Okay. And I'm sick and tired of going on Instagram and seeing these little pictures here and there.
And you're going to see more.
Oh, you will.
You're going to see a lot.
Yeah, because she's going to go in now and edit.
It's really frustrating to see stuff like that. It's not a joke. Our veterans are not a joke. The U.S. military, we're not a joke. We're not here for your exploitation, you know, but apparently money talks.
But I am like a believer in star quality does bring good attention too. Like there are some people like, you know, Dionne Warwick and like those people, like they do bring good attention. Okay. But then the problem is the people like that, they actually back up the work and actually do the work behind the scenes. Meghan and Harry are going to get back on their helicopter, back on the private plane to their 20-minute ride back to Santa Barbara, whatever they do, get in their Escalade that's a gas guzzler, have their 15 bodyguards, and go home to wherever.
Yeah.
I know it's not that Montecito house, but it's got to be somewhere. You know, she might be going to Tyler's. Who knows?
Allegedly. What scares me is what do they have in store for the weekend?
I just
going to do more stuff tonight, probably tomorrow, the next day, and Sunday.
But
we just know it's going to happen.
Right. And it's a little bit of a coincidence. The trial happened and then Meghan is suddenly at,
we have our theories on that,
you know,
too.
the Navy SEALs gym.
Yeah. Today's dog rescue is Paw Team. This is local for us, Portland Animal Welfare. These guys are great. The team saves lives, alleviates suffering, and keeps pets and people together by providing veterinary care to the pets of people experiencing extreme houselessness or poverty. I think this is so important because people who are down on their luck do need help with that. Vet bills are very high. They can get very high. And that doesn't mean that they don't love their animals any more or any less than we do. So this is a very important charity. The link in the description below. And just if you want, just go on the website, read about it. They're great. We love the Paw Team.
And I just want to thank everyone who gave us song suggestions for what's in Meghan's head while she was at the Katy Perry concert. Of course, mine was Howard the Duck.
They didn't agree with us that it was Howard the Duck?
A lot did, man. A lot did. I like Emily Kramer 5626 said, money, money, money. Wait, how do you go that?
Money, money, money.
Money. One of you guys said bow chicka wow wow. That's a good one.
The Bitch is Back by Elton John. That's a good one.
There are a few people that actually put that. That's funny.
A lot of you made a really good point that Sarah Bareilles put out a song called Brave first before Katy Perry's Roar. And I guess they're very similar. And so everyone was saying that Katy Perry copied her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that does make sense.
Okay. Someone said the theme song from Romper Room.
Okay.
What is that?
I don't know, but I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, we'll look that one up. Well, a lot of people said, I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?
Beck.
Yeah, Beck.
So I had the dog.
Okay.
I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?
And she's doing this. And she goes like this.
Okay, guys.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you really
so
soon.
Why don't you kill me?